A major boost for regional connectivity is on the horizon, as plans for direct flights between Karachi and Tehran are now in their final stages. Officials familiar with the discussions say the new airlink is a top priority, aimed at strengthening trade, tourism, and cultural ties between the two major hubs. The move is expected to significantly cut down travel time and costs, providing a new gateway for businesses and travelers in both Pakistan and Iran. In a move with significant geopolitical implications, Saudi Arabia is in high-level discussions with the United States regarding a formal defense pact. Sources indicate the talks are focused on creating a strategic framework for mutual security guarantees amidst evolving regional threats. This potential agreement would represent the most substantial upgrade in the U.S.-Saudi defense relationship in decades, aiming to create a powerful deterrent and reshape the security architecture of the Middle East. Pakistan's chief of the naval staff is in the United States for a high-profile visit aimed at bolstering maritime security cooperation. The naval chief is scheduled to meet with top Pentagon officials and his U.S. counterparts to discuss joint naval exercises, information sharing, and strategies for ensuring stability in the Indian Ocean. The visit underscores the ongoing strategic partnership between the two nations and their shared commitment to safeguarding critical sea lanes from piracy and other maritime threats. President Donald Trump has made a significant claim regarding international energy politics, stating that India has agreed to halt its purchases of Russian oil. Speaking from the White House, the president framed the development as a major success for his administration's policy of isolating Moscow. However, as of this broadcast, there has been no official confirmation or comment from New Delhi regarding the president's remarks. If confirmed, the move would represent a monumental shift in India's foreign and energy policy. Welcome to Pakistangeo Defence Update. For the latest on regional security and military analysis, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an intel drop. In a significant act of solidarity, Pakistan and Palestine have officially launched a joint forum aimed at the monumental task of rebuilding Gaza's higher education sector. The initiative, announced this afternoon in Islamabad, follows the widespread destruction of universities and academic infrastructure in recent conflicts. The forum will bring together academics, engineers, and philanthropists from both nations to coordinate fundraising, provide technical expertise, and establish scholarship programs for affected Palestinian students. Pakistani universities have pledged to offer remote learning resources and faculty support to ensure educational continuity. Officials are calling it a vital lifeline to restore hope and opportunity for Gaza's next generation, cementing Pakistan's long-standing commitment to the Palestinian cause. The United States is intensifying its economic campaign against Moscow, formally urging its key Asian ally, Japan, to completely halt all remaining purchases of Russian energy. State Department officials have reportedly communicated to Tokyo that continuing to buy Russian oil and liquefied natural gas undermines the global sanctions effort aimed at crippling Russia's war economy. This puts the Japanese government in a precarious position, as the nation is heavily dependent on energy imports and had previously maintained some supply lines from Russia for its domestic needs. While Tokyo has not yet issued a formal response, the American pressure forces it to weigh its critical energy security against the demands of its most important strategic alliance. The decision will have major implications for global energy markets. Pakistan is making a strategic move to diversify its financial partnerships, officially seeking China's crucial support for its bid to join the new development bank, the financial institution backed by the BRICS nations. The Finance Ministry confirmed it has formally requested Beijing to champion its application for membership. Joining the NDB would provide Islamabad with a vital alternative source of financing for major infrastructure and sustainable development projects, reducing its long-standing reliance on Western-led institutions like the IMF and World Bank. This diplomatic push leverages the strong economic ties between Pakistan and China, with Islamabad hoping its all-weather friend will pave the way for its entry into the influential emerging economies bloc. Pakistan is implementing a significant policy shift at its border with Afghanistan, announcing tighter controls over cross-border trade in a direct move to pressure the Taliban regime in Kabul. Under the new regulations, All import and export transactions must now be conducted through formal banking channels, effectively ending the decades-old system of cash-based trade. Officials in Islamabad state the policy is designed as a tool to compel Kabul to take concrete action against anti-Pakistan militant groups operating from Afghan soil. The measures are also intended to curb the rampant smuggling that damages Pakistan's economy. The sudden enforcement has already led to long lines of stranded trucks at the Torkham and Chaman crossings, signaling a new, more assertive phase in Pakistan's engagement with its western neighbor. Regional tensions have sharply escalated this afternoon as the Israeli military has launched a series of airstrikes inside southern Lebanon, shattering a fragile ceasefire agreement. The Israel Defense Forces claim the strikes were a direct response to a cross-border attack on a military patrol earlier today. However, the Lebanese government has condemned the action as a flagrant violation of its sovereignty and a breach of the UN-brokered truce. Eyewitnesses report multiple explosions, and plumes of smoke are visible from the border. The international community is now urgently calling for de-escalation, fearing this exchange could spiral into a wider, more devastating conflict, undoing months of diplomatic efforts to maintain stability in the volatile region. A concerning new development in military aviation is making waves across the Indo-Pacific. China has reportedly perfected a new combat configuration for its J-35 stealth fighter, dubbed Beast Mode by military analysts. This allows the advanced aircraft to carry up to 12 air-to-air missiles by using external pylons, trading some of its stealth profile for overwhelming firepower. This capability is seen as a direct challenge to American air superiority, particularly the F-35 fighter jet. The strategy would allow the J-35 to act as a formidable missile arsenal in contested airspace, aiming to dominate potential aerial engagements over the South China Sea and beyond. The development signals a significant leap in China's offensive capabilities and is certain to accelerate the ongoing arms race in the region. Islamabad has significantly ramped up its border security posture, authorizing a major increase in surveillance operations along its western frontier. Defense sources have confirmed the deployment of additional drone sorties, providing 24/7 real-time monitoring of key crossing points and remote terrain previously used by militants. Crucially, the operation also includes the deployment of advanced SIGINT, or signals intelligence, assets designed to intercept and analyze electronic communications. The move is part of a broader strategy to enforce the government's new, stricter border control policy. Officials state these measures are essential to counter the threats of terrorism, smuggling, and illegal. That's all for today from Pakistangeo Defense. Hit subscribe and drop your opinion.